Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Wednesday, November the 22nd, race number 4 at Penn National. Let's throw up the field for the $200,000 Fabulous Strike Stakes. This race for 3-year-olds and up. Head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Download your free Formulator past performances and handicap along with us as we take this field in post position order. Matt, the number 1 stall walking dude is cross-entered for the Thanksgiving Day feature at Aqueduct, the fall high weight. He is expected to run in that race. I would expect the 3 Blue Moon Ace to go off the favorite.
I would imagine so, because Chief Lion, no disrespect, but he is not the reason that he would be, this entry would be the morning line favorite. It would all be about stall walking dude. Sounds like he's out. Blue Moon Ace, if he shows up and runs the way that he's been running recently, it's going to be very tough.
Well, with the rail horse out, we'll begin our analysis with number 2. That's Gold Man, a local hope, and he's a pretty nice horse. He's won 14 of 61, 28 times he's cracked the exacta. He's got a good amount of early speed. You might know him early, although with Chief Lion in the race, he might be in chase mode.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, I just don't know any way. I don't see a way that he wins this race. I think if he goes too fast early, he's going to pay the price. And if he tries to spot some distance and save something for down the lane, those other horses are just too talented. They're going to get away from him.
The aforementioned Blue Moon Ace was claimed for $30,000 by a high percentage trainer in Kevin Patterson. He's run 3 times since. 2 stakes wins, a graded stakes placing. He did not beat a strong field last time out in the Maryland Million Sprint, but I thought he did it nicely, and if you believe these Beyer speed figures, he's one of the ones.
He is probably the one, honestly, if you just look at the recent form. The 97 Beyer, highest last out in the field, the 126 time form U.S. rating, highest last out in the field. It's also worth noting, if you believe the Timeform U.S. sort of color coding things, not necessarily from a pace standpoint, but from a bias standpoint, the most recent track, it seemed like it was intensely closer favoring. 2 starts back, kind of closer favoring. He's forwardly placed in both of those races and ran well. You're right, though. I'm concerned about the field that he faced last time.
The number 4 is Flashy Kayam, and Flashy Kayam missed last time out at Parks, but that was over a wet track. 2 starts back over fast going at Parks, going 6.5. A solid performance. He was able to get up to an 89 Beyer speed figure 4 starts back. It appears he's in somewhat career form for a very underrated trainer in Keith Nations.
I agree with your sentiment about Nations. My only concern is this horse feels a lot like Goldman to me, where a nice horse, honest, going to go out there, run your race. Against this company, I don't see a way that he can win.
Let's throw up the Timeform U.S. pace projector for the Fabulous Strike. Now, we don't see any color coding. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if this race ends up being red. We already talked about the number 2. The 5 Favorite Tail and the 1A Chief Lion both have significant gas, and there's a chance that Paco Lopez on Favorite Tail is going to say, listen, I'm better than Chief Lion. I'm down to the inside. I'm just going to go. The question I have for you is he fast enough?
He may be fast enough if they're just intent on making the front. The bigger problem that I have is I don't know where this horse is. I don't think he's what he was when we once saw him back in 2015. He has that giant gap where he missed, what, a year and a half almost? It was a situation, I don't know what went wrong, but clearly it was something significant. He's come back. I don't think he's the same horse. That run 2 back in that state bred race, Pennsylvania breds, I just didn't think there was any excuse. You're supposed to win that race.
But we know he likes the track. He won this race in 2015, 1 start after finishing 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. When he was good, He was a pretty good sprinter. As for Chief Lion, who Timeform U.S. has on the lead, he opened up a big lead in this race last year. He was up by 5 turning into the stretch, and not only did he not win, he finished 2nd. Chief Lion does like this track. The problem is, at this point in his career, 6 furlongs might even be a little far for him.
It's kind of been his problem, really, for the duration of his career. I know he's won 5 times at the distance, but it feels like once he gets past 5, boy, he is crying for the wire, and unfortunately for him, with other speed in here, another one. I have a hard time envisioning him winning. I think he can stick around for a piece, though.
He's kept some decent company, however. His most recent dirt start was way back at Saratoga in the Tail of the Cat Stakes. The runner-up came back, was 2nd in a restricted stake at the Spa with a 91 Beyer. The 3rd horse came back, ran 2nd against some salty New York bred allowance foes, also with a 91. 225A, talk about long layoffs. This horse was okay way back in 2015 as a 3-year-old campaigning down in South Florida. He's missed a lot of time. He came back, was 43-1 while dangled in for a tag, finished last. This is a really tough spot.
Yeah, likely to be twice that 43-1 here.
Let's talk about Awesome Banner. He's a little bit of an in and outer, and we'll throw up our picks for the Fabulous Strike while we talk about Awesome Banner because he's Matt's pick. And Awesome Banner is a really nice outside post position and a versatile running style. Let's say that the horses we talked about, the speed horses, go out there. Why can't Austin Banner just hit that nice 3-wide tracking spot?
It's kind of what I'm hoping. Now, I understand he may not look like a prolific winner, and it's been on quite some time. I think his last win was November of 2016, so it's been almost an entire calendar year. The big thing for me is I look at the horses that he's been running against. I think he's just been facing better horses, and I know that Blue Moon Ace has got the better of him a few different times. I just kind of look at it and say, most recently, the Bold Ruler, 7/8 of a mile, that pace completely melted down. He was up there on it. It was a fast pace as well. You go to the run 2-back, he ran his eyeballs out against Whitmore. Whitmore's in here, he's probably 2-1, or at least vying for favoritism. And then you're left with the DeFrancis Dash, and for one reason or another it didn't work, but that was off of a little bit of a layoff. I don't know, I just kind of feel like, to me, it's a 2-horse race. It's either this horse or Blue Moon Ace. Blue Moon Ace is the horse that's in form. I think Austin Banner is the more interesting price.
You're going to go with Austin Banner. He's 3-1 on the morning line, but with the defection of Stalwalk and Doing, it's possible Blue Moon Ace and Austin Banner are both around that 2-1, maybe 8-5, 9-5 as they go into the gate for the Fabulous Strike. You're going 7-3, 1A and 2. I'll go with the 3, Blue Moon Ace. He really hasn't taken many bad steps since being claimed by this barn. He showed a little tactical speed last time at coming from outside with a wide bid on the turn, really taking things over against that weak field at about the 5/16 pole. We'll see what kind of trip he can work out down inside. It's possible with all these speeds, he's going to have to work something out, sort of an in-out journey. If you are playing the Penn National Wednesday card from home, and it is a good card with lots of stakes races, if you sign up for DRF Bets, $300 is waiting for you at drf.com/fall. Please use the promo code FALL300, and approximate post time for the Fabulous Strike is 7:27 Eastern. Good luck.